it is only the A and B that will remain. A, I mean artificial intelligence, and B, I mean blockchain. Nothing will remain in the times to come. We will see how is it. And definitely after throwing a glimpse on this A and B that would remain in the marketing era, we would enter the blockchain era. I would come out with some wonderful things. What is the state of art as on today, and what is that we can definitely do? I have used the term data science enthusiast. That is me and my team. What is that we can do for Lagu Udyog Bharati, for MSME? What is that we are able to do, and what is that we can deliver? Definitely, friends, please understand all this. Even the last part, what I showed, what me and my team can do is not for greed of money from you. We would like to offer something. Please sit tight, and definitely by the end of the presentation, all your doubts, I'm sure, would be clarified. And once again, before beginning this, I would request you that maybe there might be some terms or some terminology which I use which might be heavy-handed. But trust me, there is nothing more simpler than that I can do. I have to use it by that name for you to understand. But I have kept even those as minimal as possible, because this is not an academic session. So I have kept it as minimal as possible to drive through the concept, or what is that I want to explain to you, or what is that I want to tell you. So we will see there are a lot of challenges that marketers face as on today. We all know that our mind is capable of passing beyond the dividing line we have drawn for it, beyond the pairs of opposites of which the world consists. Other new insights begin. We are very clear of this. As much as we marvel at all the new and transformative electronic devices, social media platforms, apps, games, and digital avenues that make our life better, more productive, more informed, and more fun today, certain basic truths about marketing and new product development persist. Friends, marketing is still about reaching consumers effectively, informing them, persuading them, motivating them, and ideally bringing them back for more. At this point, I would like to remind you of a concept which I'm very, very sure each one of you present here know, of this wonderful Toyota concept. Toyota is probably the only company in our whole of ecosystem which does not believe, I would mark my words, it does not believe that the customers are satisfied or their customers are satisfied. They don't believe in the concept of customer satisfaction. They are those people who believe in customer delightedness. They want the customer to say, wow, what a product. They don't want customers to be satisfied. This level of customer delightedness is much above customer satisfaction. So definitely what I have told you sometime back, marketing is bringing your customers back to your business. How? We will see it in our due course of schedule between me and you today. New product introductions as on today are still very, very risky, but are essential and potentially hugely rewarding. And friends, true innovation in both the fields is still alluring and as elusive as ever. Some of the major issues facing marketers today are the same as they have always been, maybe such as deploying a market budget for best effect, while others are newer challenges such as connecting effectively with consumers in an ever-fragmenting, fast-moving media environment. Today, friends, the emerging and critical issue for marketers is not whether to use artificial intelligence to address these challenges and many others, but which artificial intelligence technology and methodologies to use. It is a trick, and it is only experience that can guide an industrialist on which kind of a marketing technology and methodology to use, and it is not the knowledge. The imperative is very, very clear. Marketing professionals today must integrate artificial intelligence into their marketing strategy if they expect to keep up with, much less beat, the competition. This presents a very, very tall order for us. Creating new and effective artificial intelligence algorithms requires top trained talent, and it is a rare commodity in the market as on today. Currently, the demand far outweighs the supply of qualified professional mathematicians, data scientists, and software engineers. Compounding to that issue, to be truly effective for marketing and product innovation purposes, those algorithms, or which I would say, put in simple words, the step-by-step instruction for executing any task. That is what is an algorithm. Those algorithms must be designed from the ground up for those specialized applications. Yet, friends, more and more marketing activities are driven by machine learning algorithms as on today. And we are just in the early stages of this global transformation. The race is on, and the winners will not only need to be fastest, they will also need to be the smartest, the most innovation in their own right, and they will need to own or apply the best proprietary artificial intelligence and machine learning tools. Friends, algorithms alone won't necessarily win the day. It will be suites of custom software, databases, and a reservoir of secret sauces, what I would say is the one that will prevail. A self-learning, friends, a machine learning algorithm. As an example, we can take the one from Google by the name of AlphaZero. That this algorithm mastered the game of chess in just 4 hours. A task or a feat that takes no less than 2 years for any human to accomplish, and maybe more typically, say maybe around 10 odd years for anybody to master. Numbers, please, friend, you're well aware, have an important story to tell. They rely on you to give them a voice. So, friends, I am fully aware that you have pitched in, you have got your business, but let's do it in a smart way. Let's do it so that for us, for me, what I personally believe, although I'm not a businessman, I strongly believe the purpose of doing business is to earn money and doing it in a proper way. Definitely, these two concepts of artificial intelligence and blockchain, which will see that, which you will very frequently encounter in the times to come, are the only ones which will be the secret to your success, or like what I told some time back on the secret sauce of yours. So going ahead with this, we have to live in the age of algorithm. Whether we are a technical person, a non-technical person, we have to live in the age of algorithm. And like what I told, algorithm is nothing but a technical term. Let's forget this term algorithm. Algorithm is something, a step-by-step instruction of solving any problem. Maybe you make a cup of tea in the morning. What are the various steps you will follow so that to drink already penetrated far and wide and permanently in our daily life? Maybe most of us in an unknown manner. Rather than reciting a laundry list of those applications, one simple and central fact confirms not only their ubiquitous presence, but also their inherent power and value in our daily life. The artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms are designed to execute 4 major tasks when it comes to marketing. They are used only to execute 4 tasks when it comes to marketing. The first being to predict, for instance, say by designing the algorithm to provide answers to questions such as, if someone discovers your product or service today, how likely is that the person to sign up or make a purchase? Which visitors are more likely to buy your product or service, and how much will a customer spend during his or her lifetime on your product or service? All this fall under the ambit of the concept of predicting outcome. The second task is to reduce dimensionality. This means to understand the personalities and preferences of clients. This lets you know how your customers feel about your product and clues you into their interests, habits, opinion, and attitude. As the old Indian philosopher wondered, what is that? On knowing which, everything else becomes known. This enables you to know the major factors influencing a purchase decision, or the principal component that blend together to influence behavior. The third is to understand language. Understanding language means to extract intangibles such as sentiment, understanding metaphors, and finding key contexts. And the last of it is to cluster and classify. When I mean cluster and classify, it is understood, it is to cluster and classify the data so that the right segment of customers can be chosen and the right set of features and bundling the algorithms to success marketing professionals must pursue, be it any kind of business in the ecosystem. The four paths which the marketing professionals must pursue are: the first one, ask the right question, clarify which question you are trying to ask, which metrics you are trying to forecast, which future behavior are you attempting to predict. And the second, gathering the right data. Figure out which type of data you need. Not all data is relevant to your purposes. On the note, it is also important to obtain a data set that is clean and complete. The third question which a marketing professional must pursue, or the third skill, is to target the right people. Find out through the application of artificial intelligence methodologies which people are more likely to make a purchase than others. Then focus on that group. Build the right audience for either the product or the message. And the last one is to use the right technology. Friends, it is critical for marketing professionals to choose the right artificial intelligence and machine learning tools. As these twin disciplines continue to develop, partnering with the most adept and resourceful marketing technology company is essential to ensure of thinking the algorithms and will dictate the success of a move ahead. We see how is that artificial intelligence and machine learning are effective for marketing, or how is it that they'll add value to marketing. We will start off with the areas of opportunity for machine learning opportunities, as it features capabilities such as speech recognition, speaker verification, optical recognition, spam detection, fraud detection, first rate recommender system, biological applications, medical diagnosis, and strategic game expertise, and so on and so on and so on. There are some few examples which I would like to cite on the areas of opportunity for machine learning. You can take the case of Facebook, where they use facial recognition to make recommendation regarding who is to tag in your photo. Netflix uses machine learning to personalize its movie recommendation. And we have Google. Google uses natural language processing to enable voice search, and also uses machine learning to recommend responses in the Gmail app and to prioritize search result. And then, of course, let's not forget our dear friend Amazon. Amazon has made massive investment in the use of artificial intelligence to continuously optimize its personalization capabilities and enhance user experience. Now, I would let's see on few applications of this where it has been put to a real-time use, and which are the brands on which it has been put to a real-time use. Considering the first of its case, let's consider a case where how did we not know that goes the all too common refrain from a large marketer, which is a common thing which a marketer says. How is it that you never came to know that the market is fluctuating, or the prices are fluctuating, or anything of this kind, when confronted with surprising, or I would say threatening success of a local brand competitor? Often the reason for this success is based upon speed, the superior ability of the local brand to understand the market in detail, identify latent customer needs and wants, create products best suited to the market, launch them effectively. and consumer choices and preferences. It is this overall agility that frees up a lot of time, and the conversation, maybe changes in real time. It is always evolving, taking unforeseen twists. That's how we behave. Artificial intelligence and machine learning automate the social listening process and perform it faster and with better results than other methodologies. Better in the sense that by using artificial intelligence and machine learning, a company can identify what they are looking for and then find it with greater accuracy and speed and definitely relevance. Artificial intelligence and machine learning excel at this kind of challenge. The technologies are literally built for it. The next of its application we can take is on rationalizing or rationalization of advertising cost. Friends, we know that even with the growing degree of digital advertising that we see today, it remains that overall advertising is an expensive proposition. Factor in the hundreds of thousands of rupees or dollars spent on creative execution for just one major TV commercial, and then the millions spent on media placement of that spot, and soon you're talking some serious money. Every ad is a roll of the dice in the sense of what screenwriter William Goldman meant when he famously said that in the Hollywood, nobody knows anything. All the market research, the focus group, the online surveys, the test markets, and assorted other means of measurement control and do not guarantee success. We rely on experience, instinct, our best judgment, and other soft metrics to gauge what is worth taking the risk to produce and place in terms of commercial messaging. Sometimes we hit the jackpot, most other times we achieve a pretty reasonable rate of return on our investment, and then sadly other times are not so much. Artificial intelligence and machine learning resources and methodologies can inject a meaningful amount of assurance into this picture. So after having seen the backdrop of this term of AI, let's see what is that we need to do now, or what is that needs to be that needs to be done now. So definitely by this time you must have thought it over, what is that needs to be done and what is that is done in the market as on today. We segment customers and market, which is the intuition behind clustering, classification, and language analysis. Rightly, it has been told that as always, there's good news and there is bad news. The bad news is we seem incapable of solving our more pressing or persistent problems. And the good news is we are getting closer to building a machine that might do it for all of us. So keeping this in our mind, let's see the intuition behind clustering and classification algorithms with regard to marketing. We will do one thing. Since we are at the ground zero level, let's start from scratch. What's the most basic thing intelligence is good for? Telling things apart, that's what. If we have a bunch of data and we want to make sense out of it, the simplest thing we can do is make distinctions. Put some of the stuff over here and other stuff over there. More formally, we want to partition a collection of data items into groups or classes or boxes or even buckets or maybe bins or subsets or categories or whatever word you want to use to represent a top level fundamental division. That's easy enough. But if we want to perform well at this, we need some way of measuring how well we have done it. The basic concept here is called metric or distance functioning. It means that given two things, you have a number that represents how close together or far apart they are. We will denote the distance between two data points A and B by the notation of AB. So this must have given you a fair enough picture of the intuition behind clustering and classification algorithm. We would slightly move ahead and see the intuition behind forecasting and prediction. in marketing. Friends, a fundamental polarity in understanding systems is static versus dynamic. Static means in motion and changing over time. I'm sorry, static or dynamic means in motion and changing over time. Static means stationary and not changing over time. We have seen about classification and clustering, which are static ways of looking at data. But very often we will care about how data changes over time because we want to know something about the future. You can know about the past by remembering stuff, and you can know about the present by looking around. But we don't know how the time travels. So we need to be smarter about figuring out what the future holds. The point being not simply to know what it will be like, but definitely to prepare for it. There are few, and I would say few means a large number of AI, that is artificial intelligence and machine learning core algorithms in marketing, which definitely a brief insight, because since this not being an academic class, I won't take much of your time in telling what are the AI and machine learning core algorithms for marketing. It has been very rightly said that a real artificial intelligence would be intelligent enough not to reveal that it was genuinely intelligent. Friends, machine learning algorithms come in a few flavor and typically solve problems by learning from data without human intervention. Artificial intelligence codifies the rules used by experts and mimics human decision making. While algorithms can be classified by many different schema, the most common way of classifying them are under three broad heads: supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. So based on a case-to-case basis and how and what kind of industry or the business you are running, whatever fits in this, we use the best fit definition and push in that algorithm for your business, so that definitely it needs to add value to whatever you are doing. So having seen the basics of these concepts, let's get into the basic business artificial intelligence framework. A wonderful pick of a business artificial intelligence framework is as shown to you. This is in the form of a cone. At the bottommost layer, definitely, if you have to get into this concept of artificial intelligence, and you need to have various internet technology, some kind of a multi-core processor, because you will be handling multiple tasks at the same time. On top of this, definitely your big data has to reside. Big data, I mean huge, something which is unimaginable. For me, big data means it's a real-time data, the data which flows continuously, maybe like a weather forecast, the ocean currents, anything, or maybe even the customer satisfaction for the products that you're selling, which changes on a second by second basis. Down below, I have represented the concept of volume, velocity, veracity, and variety, which are the properties of big data, or otherwise popularly called as 4Vs. And on top of this resides good artificial intelligence methods or technology layer. Definitely, I have to use any one of this which would be best suited. It can be robotics, it can be symbolic artificial intelligence, it can be a rule-based expert system, it can be neural artificial intelligence, it can be computer vision, or it can be even natural language processing. Using all this, I would use all this to do various things which are as shown in this artificial intelligence use cases. I will be able to predict your sales volume with nothing less than 100% accuracy. Believe me, it is nothing less than 100% accuracy. I'll be able to do fake and fraud detection, content creation, media planning, customer insight, definitely even on customer satisfaction or customer segmentation, product satisfaction, product segmentation, pricing, all of this using the JIT concept, which is a wonderful concept and quality, which just nothing but just in time philosophy. Using it help me and my business, it would help me with wonderful marketing, high sales, return on investment. I would have customers who would come back to me and tell me, wow, what a product. I would be able to segment my customers, do cross-platform selling, do everything. And also, I will be at the same time able to improve my product line, come out with wonderful products, which will be the delight of customers. Now, let's see what is the future of artificial intelligence enabled marketing, and let's see how is that we can plan for it. Definitely, since all of you have been in this sector of business for quite some time, you would be very clear that the popular definition of artificial intelligence research means designing computers that think as people do. And who needs that? There is no commercial reason to duplicate human thought because there is no market for electronic people. Although it might be nice if everyone could have a maid and butler, there are plenty of organic people, and computer vendors can't compete with the modern low-cost technology used in making people. Imagine a marketing function in which its population comprises of computer scientists, cognitive linguistic, neuroscientists, and algorithm developers. The marketing function consists of science and technology, and in which the science and technology accounts for about 70% or more of the budget. You have got idea exchange marketplace in this in the marketing function of your company. You have consumer attention is for nothing more than 3 seconds and becomes the most valuable commodity for you in your business. You use rule-based decision trees and hierarchies of brands and product campaign, which become a proprietary IP and the most jealously guarded trade secret of your marketing department. This and so on and so on and so forth form a part of your organization. But can you tell me, what does this mean for strategy? Friends, successful businesses increasingly will need an artificial intelligence and machine learning master strategy. Much as the introduction of computers and subsequently PCs into the business world had altered that world in so many fundamental ways and created the need for corporate IT strategies, so too will the adoption of artificial intelligence and machine learning based resources and methodologies in today's and tomorrow's businesses. Friends, strategy is data driven, heuristic driven, and expert driven. There will be an increasing proliferation of companies that typically operate in the strategy and IT space into the marketing and market research space. At this point, I would like to very sincerely advise you. I won't use the word advice. I would say, let me suggest to you, since you are experts running your own business, I would say that at the end of the session today, I'll request each one of you present here, each one of you, around 35 of you present here, to get married to two people. I would once again reiterate, please get married to two people. And the first person is quality and the second is IT. And trust me, 100% your business will shoot up ahead. There will be no looking back and your business will do wonderfully, wonderfully well. So please bear this in mind. You cannot leave IT and quality behind. So when you have this human supervision in the age of technology, what does this mean? Definitely, I feel some brief insight or idea you must have got. What do you mean by this human supervision in this age of technology? See, please understand, a good way to think about the need for human supervision of artificial intelligence algorithm is by the way of famous thought experiment, which basically goes like this. Say, if you have a simple program, an all-powerful AI, artificial intelligence bot with less than detailed instruction to make, say, paper clips, the unconstrained artificial intelligence function will just do that, only that and nothing else, but eventually transforming all resource on earth into paper clips. What is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is that detailed and ongoing communication between humans and robots is the key to the success of artificial intelligence, not to mention the safety of human race. So we have reached a point where we have to find the next generation marketers. So it remains a big question, like who are the next generation marketers and how do I track them, trace come. How do I get hold of these kind of people? Some members to do the jobs. Artificial intelligence and machine learning tools can format. Finding the needle in the haystack will remain something that some marketing professionals will definitely excel at. So you should be of that kind and are able to spot the next generation of marketers who will bring wonders and laurels to your organization. Now, coming to this concept of what does a machine learning and artificial intelligence enable market research or marketing service agency look like, you must have at this point come out with some brief insight or some brief idea after listening to this last about half an hour, 35 minutes of mine. Please understand, an artificial intelligence enabled research agency looks remarkably similar to those of today, an office full of computers where people are feeding data in, then retrieving and analyzing useful patterns of information. A key difference is that unseen, powerful artificial intelligence and machine learning systems are unleashed to scour multiple databases at speeds and with such analytical prowess that no human or team of humans could match them. A very key difference is that the type of work done in this new market research company is that staffers are now giving direction to these systems and refining their output continuously. So what an artificial intelligence and machine learning enabled research agency or any marketing service company can do that any traditional company which we as on today even rely upon cannot do. The picture shows Amazon. What is this picture on the screen? Definitely you must be abreast with what is that I have shown to you on the on the screen. An artificial intelligence and machine learning based agency will be able to leverage the bits and pieces of creative already embedded in the non-conscious human mind. See, we know that artificial intelligence and machine learning enabled research and marketing service agency will differ from the traditional predecessors in a number of important ways. Being able to generate insights in real time and being able to creatively act on them in real time is another huge difference. High frequency trading enables computers to convert minuscule differences in equity prices into profits. Algorithmic creative will similarly convert minuscule differences in cultural nuances into brand awareness and purchase intent. The integration of artificial intelligence and machine learning systems will enable research and marketing professionals to make better informed, much insightful, and more impactful decisions at a much faster pace. So attention to one example which I've taken, a real-time example, or you can say a use case, that will this retail sector which exists as on today be remnant, or will it be such that people would forget this retail sector? You might be feeling that definitely with the human being, with a massive growth in the human population, it will not be remnant. I would say it will be remnant. This example begs the larger question of these technologies' impact on brick and mortar establishments and the economic and societal impacts that will follow from them. Amazon has already revolutionized the shopping experience. Apple and Netflix have done the same with entertainment. There are huge number of examples in the offer, and many industries resorting to the concept of artificial intelligence and machine learning, so that this entire concept of retail in no time would be wiped out from the market. So towards the end of a presentation, I would say that everything in this world and in the times to come will begin with just the first two alphabets what we have learned in kindergarten, that artificial intelligence, and B is nothing but blockchain. after this slide, I would be coming to what do I mean by this blockchain, and what is that, how is it that it can make an impact to our business. Technological infrastructure is one starting place. The basic assumption is that technological advances in terms of hardware and software capabilities, digital transmission speed, and related factors will continue and definitely accelerate. Rendering stimuli and environment customers is a tall order, but all indications are that we will approach and achieve that system standard sooner rather than later. And the second concept of B, which will remain, is the blockchain, for which I'll request you to just sit tight and give me another few more minutes to make you abreast with that concept. So what I would say that we have entered into a blockchain era. Friends, we are at the I would use the word displeasure when I stepped into the office of MSME at Rajajinagar, where on the wall at the main road, it was very boldly and promptly written that they conduct courses in blockchain, in digital marketing. Friends, digital marketing has already become history. The world is moving ahead and moving into blockchain marketing. So let's comply with that, and let's adapt these technology on what is that which is in store for us. Otherwise, we will be left far behind. Friends, blockchain, if you want me to explain to you in very simple words, it is although it is pretty difficult, but I can make an earnest attempt. Blockchain can be described as a trustless and fully decentralized peer-to-peer data storage that is spread over all participants that are referred to as nodes. Please understand the main features of blockchain technology can be summarized in few words. I would say the first is decentralization. Instead of relying on a single trusted entity, trust is spread across multiple or all participants depending upon the agreed upon consensus algorithm. The second feature is immutability. That is, once data is committed to the blockchain and a sufficient number of participants have agreed on this state, the information is stored permanently and immutably. The third feature is scalability. The block rate comprised of the throughput and propagation time of information depends on the consensus algorithm and the number of participants. And the last feature is limited privacy. All data in the blockchain is publicly visible to all the participants. Private or permission blockchain limit the range of disclosure. So this is basically in a very brief nutshell on what is blockchain. Now coming to the crux of our presentation, which we have had with you, or my session with you on today. What is that we can do? And by we, I mean me and my team. What is that we can do for Laghu Udyog Bharati, so that Laghu Udyog, you esteemed participants who are present here as part of the session, go back saying that the session has been beneficial to you, and you will never be, I won't give you a chance to complain that it has been just a waste of time. What is that we can do, or me and my team can do? We can definitely partner with you to develop a blockchain or an artificial intelligence based solution for marketing or for anything. Since the reason why we have assembled here today is to see the insight of AI and blockchain into marketing. That's why I say it is marketing. Definitely with the usage of these terms, I would ensure that, I mean me and my team would ensure that your company goals are accomplished. Definitely. We would comfortably be able to do AI-enabled predictive analytics, and nothing with less than 100% accuracy. Friends, trust me, I have done many projects in AI-enabled predictive analytics for a host lot of companies in India and overseas. Definitely, we can help you out. Definitely, because I possess that wherewithal to do this for you. I can do it for you. And we can also create wonderful data analytics for you. Whereas looking at one screen, you are able to know what is or how is it that your business is moving, what are the weak points, where is it that you need to pull up. We can help you with that. Definitely to boost up your business, since you are from a variety of domains or verticals, we can create conversational chatbots like maybe Alexa or Siri, where you have a chatbot speaking to you one-to-one with the customers one-to-one. so that the customer's experience or customer satisfaction in your business or your product does not dwindle down. We can also do market segmentation and classification of market, which remains as one of the topmost objective for any kind of business as on today. We can also help you with the Kanban concept. This is a Japanese term, which means it's a workflow management method to help you visualize your work. This is a very, very important Japanese term. We will help you with your workflow management so that you're very comfortably sitting in your office, you can visualize your work. All this so that your profit of your company improves or increases. And we can definitely help you with the Muda concept. Muda is yet another Japanese term which is for waste elimination. Waste elimination does not mean that you need to be in a productive organization where you need to have machines running. No, all kind of businesses, all kinds, even right till communication, everything has got waste. We will help you with the waste elimination. And definitely when I have all these things and many, 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 many more done for you, it will result in you will get a wonderful return on your investment. So that you consider that whatever you have invested for your business has done wonders for you. What is that I would, or me and my team would expect from you as a businessman? Please get into the concept of a data-driven culture. But needless to say that I will request you to get married to two people. First IT and second quality. Please do that. Definitely you will find your business spiraling upwards. Few of the clients where I've done real-time projects are in retail, IT, service sectors, in host lot of places in India, Oman, as well as in Italy. What is our offer? This is the most awaited thing, what I really wanted to tell you, and this is my penultimate slide. What is that I wanted to show you? My offer or my team's offer for you. We would offer the first project we do for you, not for a single penny from you. We don't expect anything from you. Because for me, it is, at least I personally as a person do not work for money. It is so that you are satisfied with my efforts, what I put in. That's it. My only request is, if at all you want us to work for us, I would request you to respect all my team members, because they are equally and much more important than me myself. I've got a great trust on them, and my team members are drawn up from various places in our own country, and I have also got my team members at Sultanate of Oman and as well as at Italy. Despite the fact that they're geographically at a faraway place, definitely they would be helping me, because for any of these kind of solution, you don't need people generally to be close sitting next to you. Definitely they'll be helping me. I have got great regards and trust on them. I would also request you for the same thing. And with this, I have end my presentation. I've come to the end of it. I will request all of you to ask me n number of questions, so that when you walk back from this presentation, you are comfortable. You feel that you have taken a right decision. I have come to the end of the presentation, and Shekhar sir, I'm 3 minutes before time. It is just 4:57.
Thank you very much, Dr. Suresh. In fact, before I open the session to the participants, you have already actually answered the question.
Sir.
Basically, Laghu Udyog Bharati Karnataka has a women's cell. It has a marketing wing called Kusuri Mane, where a lot of products produced by women entrepreneurs showcase there, and people come and buy there every day. Just want to, from your emphasis, you already answered it, but how does BL actually blockchain work for us?
Sir, the first thing, sir, whether it is a blockchain or a data science solution, major part of the time goes in information gathering or data collection. As good as about 55 to 60% of the whole project time goes in data collection. I would collect up the data. There are a lot of existing blockchains in our ecosystem. Definitely, I feel you must be knowing quite a lot of them. What I will be doing, I won't create a complete chain. I'll just create a link to the chain. I'll connect up your business with that chain, so that, like what I told, blockchain is something where there is no central authority. You, like, as compared to maybe say this digital marketing where you trust Google. Here there is no trust on anybody, but definitely your predecessor node will have a address of your node, as well as your successor node will also have an address of your node. It will be so seamless. Without investing anything, you will be able to achieve what you want. Because for business, what I understand is profit maximization. Because if I start speaking of technology, I'm definitely sure that majority of us present over here won't be able to even understand. Like, I'll say, how do I create chains? Well, it can be anything, sir, right from bitcoins to creating Ethereum to whatever. However, the link to the chain I create, that will be on a business by business basis, because there will be no one solution that will fit all businesses. So, like, I can give you a small example. There are some, I would say that there are some, say, if you're working with the fraud prevention, I will use the existing chain. There are some wonderful chains like Rebel AI, Lucidity, TribeOS. I will just create a link to that chain, add up your business to that chain. Definitely you'll find results, and in no time. Because please understand one thing, sir. As on today, many countries have already got into this blockchain solution. Not companies, countries. Very shortly, you'll have, when you travel to United Kingdom, there will be no air ticket, no visa, nothing. Your mobile will have some number. You go and show it over there, entire your history comes out. They are purely relied into blockchain. Oman, the country of Sultanate of Oman, just about to step into this concept of blockchain. China has already entered blockchain. Many countries have entered. And incidentally, sir, I'm sure of this, we will be very shortly having internet, where currently we type it as www and whatever the site address. There will be no more World Wide Web. We are not going to trust World Wide Web. It will be all blockchain solution. We are at the edge of it, at the anvil of it. Anytime we would jump into that. Because discussing what is the solution, definitely it is a company by company. Maybe the business, what you're doing, maybe a very small business, maybe it's a tea shop, or to maybe it's a big production organization, anything. Results are wonderful. You will find wonderful results. That is why in the last slide I showed you, sir, all this with zero investment. Nothing. I don't expect anything from you, sir. It is just my efforts for you.
There's a question from Mr. Prajwal K. in Doctor.
Yes, sir.
AI in a company requires a lot of investments.
Sir.
Are there chances of failure very frequently?
No, sir. So the minute I employ or deploy artificial intelligence, first thing is there are no charges. It is the technology which I'm using. So where are the charges for using the technology? Definitely, the only charges for this are getting a skilled manpower or a skilled professional to do that. That I have ruled out. I have told me and my team would work it out for you. And the chances of success are nothing less than 99.5%. Because anything you do using AI, there is no question of it failing. There is absolutely no question of it failing. Because if you are not able to develop a solution, where is the question of AI? You are not at all using AI in any way. So I hope, Mr. Prajwal, I have answered your question.
Mr. Yagna Narayan Kamaje has a question, Doctor.
Sir.
Please elaborate benefits in manufacturing, particularly for contract manufacturing.
Sir, the first and the foremost thing, I will eliminate waste for you. I told on the concept of Muda. I will eliminate waste for you. I'll ensure that your organization or your manufacturing process, right from the start to the finish, whether it is a conveyor belt or whatever kind of manufacturing technology you're following, we will ensure that the manufacturing that you do is a smart manufacturing process with minimal waste and maximum throughput or maximum output. And all these things, definitely manufacturing also relies upon the input raw material. We will ensure that you get the raw material at the cheapest price and from the right source, confirming to the right quality. That would be our endeavor using this blockchain solution. Because once you deploy this blockchain, you're not going to trust anybody. There is no trust on anybody. And it is not 99 also, sir. It is 100% sure that you will be successful.
Thank you, sir.
Sir. And Dr. Sunil Baindur has a data security issue. Assume we partner with you. How safe is our data, and what happens to our data when we are no longer engaged together?
Sir, it is like this. Since for all these things, I will be using Python or Julia. Both are open source platform. And today, let's presume physically today on 27th of May, we get tied up with each other to do some project. After some time, the complete code of mine would be as it is with the organization. After some time, it can be the very next day. So there is no question of any, and as it is, these softwares which I use, all of these are lightweight softwares. There is no way that I can get into your system and spoil your system or do anything. It is totally on the firewall of your system. You can anytime block me, sir. That's got nothing. And finally, sir, we need to understand one thing. Everything in this world moves only by trust. Anything and everything we do. Even today, say I ask my wife to give me a cup of tea. It's purely a trust. I trust her, or even I ask any of my friend to do anything. It is purely a trust. Once we have got the trust relation between us, perfect. Everything is fine. Otherwise, so if there is no trust, then why at all should we shake hands with each other?
Yeah, the floor is now open to participants. Anybody would like to ask the question? Mr. Ran Narsiman, you have a question, please. Mr. Ran Narsiman.
So till Ran Narsiman comes, I'm Srinivasan here
Yes,
from
sir.
Laghu Udyog Bharati, and we have a senior vice president from Laghu Udyog Bharati, Sri Yagnanaran Kamaje. I welcome him also for the session, and he's into a contract manufacturing for Titan Group. Thanks for your presence, sir. And the whole session has been very, very, very interesting, Dr. Suresh.
Thank you, sir.
And the point that I would like to ask you is how we can use blockchain
Sir.
to see that we share the profitability in between tier 1 and tier 4 suppliers or to all the big companies. Is it possible at all in future?
Definitely. Sir, the technology which is going to boom in future is blockchain. Undoubtedly. There is absolutely no doubt. Undoubtedly, it is blockchain which is going to flourish in future. And definitely between your tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, or however you segregate your manufacturing company, 100% it can be done. What is it? What you will do? You will create a separate link of your chain for different hierarchical groups of yours. Link it up how you want. Or how do you trust? How is that each of these tiers trust each other? You will define that, and it is exactly by that way it will follow your entire chain. Because in a chain, even if one link fails, definitely the chain will collapse. But not in case of blockchain. You can just eliminate that chain, that link of the chain, and continue functioning. That is the beauty of blockchain. Sir, to understand blockchain, it definitely requires you to dive deep into this. But trust me, sir, once you jump into this, there is no coming back. It is wonderful. You will say it is a delight getting into this.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Sir,
This is Ran.
Sir.
My question is, we have a B2B portal for our members. We have started along with one of our startup members.
Sir.
And how can blockchain help us to rather accelerate the growth of this B2B platform? Is it possible?
Sir, what can I know? What is that you want to do in this B2B platform, sir?
We are connecting all MSMEs, SMEs of our members, first Laghu Udyog Bharati members, to each other for their products and services.
Yes, sir.
And then we want to connect all over the Laghu Udyog Bharati India.
Sir.
Then we want to connect them to organizations like CASIA, FKCCI. So the whole thing is a interconnected.
Yes, sir. I have got your question, sir. So there are two ways to look at your problem. One is if you want to overdo your problem or just do your problem. So now both the things, I'll combine it together and give the solution. So the first thing, after having understood your problem to considerable extent, you just need a small little spider with you, sir. A spider with you which will crawl up the whole of this website.
Link blockchain.
Madam, I'm having a lot of disturbance. Okay, just a spider which will crawl up the website, link up all these people, all the professionals, all the Laghu Udyog, anywhere in India or even overseas. Link up everybody together, extract the information, give ideas, suggestion, pull out all the things, get everybody on one common platform. Because the world is a very small place. Very, very small place. And after that, I'll request you to say, or what is it? I would decentralize the trust among all these people. You will decide how do you want to trust somebody, what is that you want to give somebody by using the blockchain solution. These are the two things which needs to go in tandem for this B2B portal of yours, I feel, to reach a wonderful state, sir. Definitely, it would reach its peak in no time.
Can we ask those promoters to get in touch with you?
Definitely, sir. I don't deny anybody in speaking to me, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Purna has a question for Dr. Suresh.
Yes, sir.
What internal factors contribute to the success of a blockchain application?
Sir, the only internal factor, since everything right from the time you create a link to the chain or a complete chain is all on an open source platform, the only internal factor is technology. Technology, I mean, you need to have the right man at the right place at the right time. That's all. And even like we had in one of my previous session, I think the last week with some other organization, I told them it is a very, very rare commodity in this 135 million people in India. The minute you cite a person who's got the right talent and he is at the right place at the right time, please hold him with both your hands. Don't let him go, him or her go. Definitely it will do wonders for you.
Mr. Yagnanarayan Kamaje, please come in.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Suresh. I'm
Sir.
Yagnanarayan.
Sir.
We have a multi-location, small-scale industry manufacturing lots of components and a full product called watches for Titan.
Yes, sir.
Now, since I am a contract manufacturing, there is no effort to buy all these digital marketing for marketing because they buy my 99% of
Yes,
my
sir.
products. Okay. Now my question is, we also started the digital marketing for our leather straps in USA through Amazon store.
Yes, sir.
So the digital marketing, I hired a consultant and they are using Facebook and Twitter and
Yes, sir.
whatnot.
Yes,
So
sir.
many. And we have been doing not so good in approaching the customer, but is that digital marketing, you said it's a gone of the wind.
Yes, sir.
And you are saying this is the technology. What is that you can improve upon reaching the right people in the whole world for our products? Actually, what is the digital marketing transformed into a blockchain marketing?
Yes, sir, I would say that you have trusted the wrong person, and the wrong person is Google. Why do you want to trust Google for this, sir? Minute you say digital marketing, you're trusting Google. Why do you want to trust Google, sir? For me personally, my right hand does not trust my left hand, sir. And vice versa.
No,
Left hand also.
I didn't understand. Digital
Sir,
marketing is
I'm coming.
yeah.
I'm coming to that, sir. Sir, when you can have a decentralized authority with nobody trusting anybody but having results in a wonderful way, why not resort to that? Because even in digital marketing, you got a third party in between whom you trust, and that third party advertises or does all the work for you. Why should you trust them? Why should you trust them? That's why I said it has gone with the wind. In no time, it will vanish off the scene. It is the entire thing is going to be eaten up and swallowed up by blockchain marketing, because where there is no trust between two parties, one party does not know the other party, who the other party is. But the results, when you compare it with digital marketing, is mind-boggling. Because, sir, I would once again reiterate on what I told about blockchain. It is a trustless and fully decentralized peer-to-peer data storage that is spread over all the participants, and all the participants are referred to as the node. Now, coming to your business, where you say you want your business to skyrocket, definitely, sir, when you don't have a third party in between, somebody you're not trusting somebody to do your business, blockchain will for sure look for customers, get them to your doorstep. And it is not what I say. You can kindly Google it on the ecosystem and see that is the punch of blockchain. That is what blockchain can deliver for you, sir.
Sir, only one small example. Can you explain me? See, we have the global access for our product.
Yes, sir.
Now, I don't know, sitting in Detroit, somebody wants my straps or watches.
Yes, sir.
So, how is the blockchain
Yes, sir.
does that job?
Yes,
attacking one in the Florida and in the Chicago or one in Japan.
Yes, sir.
these people, I'm a layman on the subject, but I'm
Sure,
just saying.
sir.
And
So I'm
digital marketing fellows are saying that I will concentrate and put some money in the Google advertisement, and they're expecting those some people through the Google actually network, they will click
no,
and then somebody is giving a order.
no, sir.
Now,
So what?
blockchain, what does that do? How does the blockchain imagine that there is somebody sitting in Chicago wants my watch?
Definitely, sir. Now maybe I have got say somebody in San Francisco or Chicago or Detroit or wherever, somebody who wants a strap or whatever kind of a strap you make for whatever kind of a watch. He would definitely, it will not happen that he is silent about it. He will put it in his company website or somewhere he'll put it advertised saying, yeah, you require. Now currently with digital marketing, what are you doing? You have hired a third party who will hunt for all this. He will see where are the orders. He will get into a tie-up with them, speak to them, come into a consensus, and then get back to you. I am eliminating all these things. What will my blockchain do? On its own, directly it will contact the person who has who wants that kind of a strap, and there will be no middleman who will go and speak to him. Directly my blockchain solution will speak to that person, tell him these are all the product features which can be offered by you, and match up with your features with his requirement. And once there is at least a 90-95% match, it will tell him these are the things manufactured by this gentleman at Bangalore in India. You can contact him over this, and this is his delivery time, or whatever it is, whatever is payment TNC, all this thing, it will appraise him, and then that person gets him directly in touch with you. So there is no middleman in between, and it will definitely work out profitable even for you.
Maybe we have to get in touch with you to take this further.
My pleasure, sir.
I will take your contacts.
Sure, sir.
So how do I shift from digital marketing to the blockchain marketing? I will have to.
Sir, I strongly feel that we should flow with the wind. The industry demands that we get into the concept of blockchain. Definitely we have to get, and it is the trend of the day. And it is what
I know, boss. And see, there are a lot of things can be done B2B and B2C.
Yes, sir.
Now, I have a problem of approaching the B2B requirement because we are in the large volume production people we are.
Yes, sir.
And we also know that this anti-China, all that problems happening, and there are a lot of people are wanting to come to India for sourcing.
Yes, sir.
Now, we don't know who those fellows are. That's the point.
Sir.
So anyway, one-to-one, I will
sure, sir. Definitely,
sir. I will get your contact, and I will one-to-one I'll contact.
Sure, definitely, sir.
It was an eye-opening session for us to think about this blockchain. I was only thinking Bitcoin. Blockchain.
No, sir. Bitcoin. Sir, Bitcoin is the concept by which blockchain started, but it has entered into even into contract negotiation. There is blockchain. Everything. It has entered into all the domains, sir. There is not a single field where blockchain does not exist as on today.
Right, sir. Thank you very much. I will get in touch with you.
Sure, sir. My pleasure, sir.
Thank you.
Dr. Suresh, I am Prasanna here.
Sir.
Sir, please explain blockchain as well as how it works for the global marketing.
Global marketing, sir, is it with regard to any specific product? Sir, now since you have told me to explain about blockchain, I don't know on where do I start with. I can just put it in a very brief, maybe few little sentences saying that when you discuss blockchain technology with, say, people who come from outside of the industry, one question always seems to come up. Why do we need blockchain? This question, when you don't answer it correctly, can turn interested people away from blockchains and often leave them to think that blockchains don't really add anything new to the world. So you need to kindly remember that blockchain technology is finally starting to come into its stride, with many applications finally being realized throughout different industries. Blockchains don't always solve an old problem in a new way, but they often solve an old problem in a better way. I would put it in this way. Because of the innate technology that forms blockchains, I feel problems solved with this using ways of creating and managing databases are inherently more secure, cheaper to operate, and far more transparent than their traditional counterparts. So this is what I would say, or put this blockchain concept into a very brief thing. Say, actually, to understand how blockchain will change the marketing landscape, you have to look at three very fundamental reasons why blockchain is rapidly gaining widespread adoption. That is on decentralization, on immutability, and transparency. See, once, sir, you understand all this, you will find the punch in blockchain, and I'm sure you will not turn back or show your back to blockchain, sir. I hope I've answered what you wanted, sir. Maybe in very few little words, because we start discussing on blockchain. We are at 5:20 in the evening. I can glide you till 5:20 in the morning tomorrow, sir.
Okay, thank you. I think the personal needs, I think our members can interact personally with you.
Yes, sir.
Their specific issues.
Sure, sir.
Dr. Suresh, there is a human resource concern raised here. Mr. Prajwal is asking, won't unemployment increase as we go on using AL/ML technology?
Definitely, sir. Sir, this we need to realize that with the advent of technology, many people are going to sit at home. But we need to also understand one thing. But if you're skilled, as on today, your carry home or the amount of remuneration that you would receive from the industry goes up minimum by 8 to 10 times. Because as on today, all the industries, be it a small industry to a multinational company, they require talented people, and that too who are multitasking, who are adept to multiple skills. Definitely, we don't want people to work with chisels and files anymore in the industry. We want people to be adept with CNC machines, maybe using even robots. Why? Let's get into the technology, sir. Definitely, technology is not a curse, sir. It's a boon for us. We have to realize that. So if you don't fall in this ambit, definitely we will have people unemployed. That is why, sir, our own Prime Minister, I shouldn't be saying that, our own Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, says that we all should be an entrepreneur. Why? He too understands there are no jobs. It's better we start selling chai and samosa at the roadside, be a hawker, or set up a small little stall, because there are no jobs. Unless otherwise you are talented and you vertically specialize in something, some particular field. The world requires only those kind of people, sir.
Last question we can take from the audience.
Sir.
Anybody, please go ahead. I think, Doctor, nobody is there. It was quite a comprehensive presentation, Doctor. A lot of insights on AI, ML, blockchain, sir. We thank you immensely for the incisive thoughts you shared with all the LUB members today, Dr. Suresh. Can I request our Vice President, Mr. B.S. Srinivasan, to kindly conclude the session, please?
Thank you very much, Dr. Suresh and team across the globe for conducting this event today. And we had a wonderful learning session. And to recap some of the points that were discussed today in the scheme of things, the artificial intelligence and the blockchain for marketing, and the challenges facing on the marketers from the Toyota experience, then the machine learning about the AlphaZero, the Google model, where a computer can do for 4 hours, where a human being take 10 years, and the algorithm of the 4 tasks, how to predict the outcome, reduce dimensionality, preferences, and the other point was very clearly explained was about the understanding the cluster and classify in 4 parts. There's the right set of features, ask the right questions, gathering the right data in a clean way, target the right people, the focus, and the right technology. And the other points that were discussed today was the area of opportunity in machine learning using Facebook, Google, and the Amazon, how they use the artificial intelligence to optimize personal capabilities. And the social listening, the social media platform, and how to rationalize the advertisement. And the very important point about advertisement is like a roll of the dice. You don't know what you're going to make at the end of the day after the advertisement is over. And segmenting customers and markets, and the machine that might do it in forms, and the metrics in between AI and the blockchain, forecasting and prediction, and the artificial intelligence and machine learning core algorithm. Intelligence is just not enough to reveal that for marketing, and the business in artificial intelligence framework, the various, the Kuhn method, and the features of artificial intelligence enabled design that the computers make, for that we need to make the computers think. And the most important point about the blockchain era was the peer-to-peer data storage, trustless, decentralized node, immutability and transparency, scalability, and limited privacy. What data science and blockchain can do, and which was elaborated in very good detail about the conversational chat box, market segmentation and classification, and the help that can be given to the MSME on the Kanban, Muda, return of investment, and build a data-driven culture. And the most and valiant point takeaway for this particular event today was getting married to quality and information technology to survive in the world of global competence. And the final point, somebody was asking that the job loss will be there in future. For that, the solution is continuous learning is the only way for continuous employment. Thank you very much for your presence here, sir. And I also thank our Senior Vice President, Mr. Yagnanan Kamaje, for taking his time and being present here. Normally he keeps traveling around the globe. And I request all our members, and particularly the women entrepreneurs, to take this opportunity to the next level. Thank you. Stay safe, stay healthy. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, Doctor.
Welcome.
Thank you, Dr.